What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Chopping It Up with P. I'm here with a very, very special guest, actually. If you want to introduce yourself, Nathan.
Yeah, my name is Nathan Kidwell. I currently attend LaRoche University, and I'm playing baseball up here. So I've been friends with Pierre since high school, so it's good to see him
Yeah,
again.
for sure, for sure. How you been, bro?
I've been good. Going to school in a big city, can't beat it. So I mean, you got all the bars and whatnot, but it's fun. I mean, you got a lot of people around. We're right next to Pitt.
For sure.
Know a couple guys from there. It's all cool. I mean, playing D3, it's definitely, you're doing it for the love of the game. There's not a whole lot of NIL or nothing. So it's just kind of fun. You get a close little brotherhood full of guys. Like I live with 5 other guys.
In
So
the house?
yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah. No, it's crazy.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, actually, that's great that you brought that up. So NIL, yeah, I don't think it's given. Is it given to D2 as well? I'm not sure.
I believe so. Yeah, it's what you
Okay.
think of it, really.
So how do y'all deal with that? I mean, like you see, like all these guys, getting NIL, getting some bread, and like buying these fancy cars and able to afford all these things. How do y'all deal with that, not being able to get that? Like, is that like I know it's a downside, but like what's the way y'all see it?
So I mean, who wouldn't love to get paid for, being in school and
Yeah.
sport? But at the same time, I mean, it goes back and forth. I mean, I think it's kind of ruined like D1, definitely. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, it's more about money. It's not about heart. But I mean, as a D3 athlete, it's not really something we worry about too much. I mean, a couple guys have like small little partnerships, but it's nothing like too
OD.
where they're getting like new cars and you come home to a new house or something like that, something crazy. But I mean, it's cool stuff. I mean, it's good that people are getting paid for name, image, and likeness.
For sure.
But yeah, no, definitely not us. We're just doing it for
For the love of the game.
yes, exactly.
Ah, that's real though. That's what's
Yeah,
up. I mean, I would like. I mean, it's obviously nice to get paid, but I think for y'all, it just shows more strength to like, you just love the game. It's more like
yeah,
money for y'all,
yeah.
which is great. But tell me, well, you're a junior now, so tell me how was your freshman year?
How it what?
How it was your freshman year?
It was good. It was pretty crazy. I'm convinced. I've been telling my friends this. That was the best group of guys we had. We made it all the way to the championship that year, and now we're just kind of like rebuilding. I think this year we're going to be better than we were before. So, I mean, we have a lot of guys that need to step up, and they did. So, I think it will be very interesting this year. I mean, we're very young.
What like so? Let's be honest. What is the like hardest position to play in baseball? Because you're a first baseman. Hey, I could sit here and tell you could say first baseman, but like if we're being real, like
Yeah.
what do you think is
So I switched it up. I'm just pitching now. I used to play first base, and I was like, pitching is more my speed.
okay?
I would be biased, and I would say pitching.
Right.
Unbiased opinion, I'd say catcher.
Mm,
I think it's the most tough position. I mean, they're getting bruised up. You see doubleheader. If a catcher's the only person that gets worn out over a doubleheader, really. So it's the most taxing on the body, I'd say.
for sure. Okay. So let's get into some things I have for you here today. Who are you when baseball isn't like going well? And you're not like, or like, who are you when like baseball's not what you're doing right now? Like when you're not on the field, like who are you as a person?
So I'm a criminal justice major.
Okay.
So I've been doing a lot of like networking, I'd say,
Hmm.
with like different like organizations. I just got one today. I had a class. There's these things called challenge coins. So this one from what is this? This is IRSCI, so IRS
Okay.
investigation. So like there's a little coin for that. They give you it for, whatever, just like to get in touch and whatnot. And then this one's like another like Pittsburgh like
Okay.
police department. So that's the main thing. I mean, I'm not going to be playing baseball forever. I have to get a job, unfortunately. But other than that, it's pretty much just like criminal justice, lifting, and a lot of 2K lately. I've been playing
Really?
crazy amount of 2K. So yeah, no, that's pretty much all I've been up to.
Do you ever think that people see you as just an athlete and like not a real person? Or is that a thing that not just for you but just everyone, just in general? You ever think people just see people as just like athletes and not who they are as a person?
Yeah, I definitely think so in like a bigger schools. Not so much here. I mean, so
Right.
this school is a big like athlete only school. Like if we're keeping it honest, like you only go to LaRoche if you play a sport. So it's like everybody's, really intertwined. But I have friends from other schools that, you know, it's like you're almost like an object almost. Like it's just like you're expected to go perform. And if not, that's your worth, and
Right.
it is hard. So as long as you don't think that yourself, you have hobbies that you can consistently succeed at, and have like self motivation outside of baseball. It's a piece of cake, but it's hard to get in a little rut.
Yeah. So when you talk about that, if we were to able to put you in like, let's say like D2 or D1 shoes, you think that gets abused? Well, obviously it gets abused more there, but uh, how would you go about that? Like, what would be your thought process to that? Like knowing sometimes that it's like, damn, like they really only see me as this person who goes out there and you know is expected to perform, and it's praised when it's performing, but it's down upon when it's not.
Yeah. I mean, so like when we have, 40, 50, 60 hours of, baseball a day. And
Okay.
it's well, no, over a week.
Right. Right.
About 4 or 5 hours of like baseball activity every single day. And it can get hard. I mean, it's like thing that with academics and whatnot. So it's hard to kind of like know that you're something else besides your sport.
Right.
So focusing on those things is hard, especially in season. Out of season, it's a little easier, but you're still doing off season stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, it's complicated. It's a very complicated subject, especially like, I don't know how D1 operates, but I know a lot of the guys like it's their job to just be like a baseball machine or like a football machine, basketball machine. Like nothing else really matters.
Hmm.
Their classes, it's kind of like blown over. It's like you see all these guys on TV and they're like, you're wondering like, how are they traveling all these different places and not like attending classes and whatnot? So it is.
Actually, take me what a typical day is like for you.
Well, we had a crazy one last week.
Okay.
5:45 a.m. practice, right? And then I've criminal justice is a wicked field. We got a lot of night classes.
Okay.
5:45 practice until about 9. And then
You're
yeah.
wildin'. You're OC. What? Okay.
Yeah.
You're wildin'. You lost me there, fool. I can't. I can't even fucking lie. You lost me there.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
So 5:45 to 9 with practice. After that, you come back, you get food or whatever. And then 11 o'clock class. So we have an hour and a half classes. So
Okay.
12:30, get some food, baseball meeting. It's another hour. So that's just going over like playbook stuff, expectations, and like
Okay.
all that. Going over like signs in game. After that, we're sitting around 3 or 4 o'clock, food again. I mean, like getting food in as quickly as possible is like imperative. And then after that, night class. This is going to blow you away.
Okay.
5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Like just one class, or
One class. It's an 8-week course, 5 to 10.
you're wildin'. You're never, bro. I'm there for like a max an hour. You see me skip, bro. I can't keep it a beam, bro. What the hell?
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
wildin'.
it's crazy. It is
Okay.
wild.
So okay, but so I did want to ask this though. One thing I've been wondering is like, so everyone has different schedule and everyone has different um majors and stuff. So how do you like? So how many classes do you have per day? You have two. You said
Two
how many
classes,
classes do you
like,
have per day?
so it varies from like one class to like 3 classes a day.
Okay, so how does that? How do you manage that within like your meetings and like all that stuff? Because it's like a class can be at any time of the day. So how
Yeah.
does that?
So we have a couple of group practices. So the group practices are pretty easy because it's kind of like you go in, you do your own thing, and then you leave. So
Okay.
those range from like, sounds crazy, but 9:30, like 3, but you have a specific like hour and a half or 2 hours where you go in and you're like told to come in at that certain time.
So y'all could have so practice allegedly will be from in the morning to 3 p.m., but there'll be this each different set of people that come in at their specific times.
Yeah.
And then that's what you build off your schedule around.
So we'll have those like group practices and then we'll have like whole team practices. And if you have class during those practices, you're forced to go to class, obviously. But when it comes to the games, it's you miss class for those.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay. How do you think friendships change when everyone is like chasing something? And it's we can say this in the sense of like if we're talking like, for sport wise, how does friendships change when, someone is chasing something that you can give them, as much as it's just a friendship?
So this year we have about, I think it's around 25 pitchers, and you can only have one pitcher out there at once, right?
One
So
what?
one pitcher out there at once.
Okay, yeah.
You get 2 or 3 maybe within a game, but overall 25 dudes battling for 3 spots a game. Gets a little hectic. But I mean, there's a quote that we went over. I just quoted it the other day. It
Mhm,
was Harry Tubman, I think. Harry Truman, something like that. But it was greatness is credit when you don't care who it gets. If as long as we're winning ball games, it doesn't matter like who's out there. It's like, it's like a group effort. We call it a staff. You have a
right.
staff at a restaurant or something like that. So it's like it doesn't matter who's out there. You like just serve your purpose. Whether that's, keeping track of pitch count or keeping track of like game day planning. Because I mean, certain
Mhm,
hitters have certain, weaknesses and we gotta address
mhm.
them.
Okay. I
Attack.
mean, when it comes to this, right, we all have friends that like, support us in what we do in this life.
Yeah.
So you have any supporting friends who don't fully understand your schedule? Like in the sense of like, let's say, oh, we're supposed to meet up and do this at like whatever time, whatever that's maybe like playing some 2K, chilling with the guy, whatever the case is. Do you ever have friends that truly they say they do, but like, there's always that interlying like within your heart, it's like, bro, why the fuck is he not here? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever experienced that? Or
Not really. I mean, so a lot of my friends, like from home, they completely understand. One of them was going to play actually at a school nearby called St. Vincent. And like John, like it's like, everybody, wanted to play at the next level. So when you get to achieve it at any level, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, it keeps you in line. It's great for you. So I mean, everybody, at home has been like pretty good about like, they want to hop on like 2K or something. It's like, I can't, I'm doing something. They're like, oh, it's all right. So yeah, no, it's actually been really good. They're really good about it.
are there any like hey well, no, I don't want to say hazing, sorry. Rephrase that. Are there any like things that like, freshman duties that you have to like probably carry like things up the hill for like the older players? Like, is there anything you went through? Not that dramatically killed you like inside, but like, just, a little fun with the guys for like freshmen
Yes,
and stuff.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. We'll have like freshman pitchers carry the bags, freshman hitters carry the helmets, the bats, and all that. There are some like fun things that we do, but I mean, it was really bad when we were freshmen.
Yeah. How do you see that when you're in your position now? You're like, oh damn, this is what I look like doing this shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like when we were freshmen, it was bad, but now that we're like juniors, we only have 3 seniors. So, I mean, like juniors are stepping up more. It's definitely like we're doing less because it's just like we just kind of want to get through it. It's all that curricular stuff.
nah, I feel you. I feel you. So when does the season start anyways? Y'all are
Valentine's Day.
what?
Valentine's Day.
Oh shoot. Okay, so y'all
Yeah.
start a little early. Okay. So that's when your first game is?
Yeah.
Okay. That's home.
Away.
That's away. Okay. So I did have a question. So D3. Okay. I don't even I mean I know like I'm at school like I know athletes, but I don't really ask them this question. But so I know like D1 usually depending on how how the ranking is for D1.
Mhm.
Usually, like they fly. Do y'all fly?
No, never.
Okay, so y'all play schools around you. Like you'll never like play a squad. You play a squad at state, right?
Yeah, so we'll go all the way up to New York State. So like
Okay,
Harvard State, they're up in there. We played a school freshman year. They actually closed down. It was Wells College, so they were up near the Five Finger Lakes or the
okay,
Finger Lakes, whatever.
okay.
Last year we played games down in Florida, like all the way down in Florida, and this year we're playing all the way down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, Myrtle Beach is tough. So how are those roads? Like you know how like back when we were in high school, like we had the like speaker. We were just talking about life, whether that's girls and like whatever the bullshit was at the time.
Yeah.
Now, like, obviously we've grown and matured for sure. So what are those conversations like in those times within, the bus rides and stuff and like the memories y'all have and can cherish?
Um, it's been a blast. I mean, so the bus ride down to Florida was like actually like it was agonizing after
Huh?
the because I mean on a bus is like 18 hours, right? Um, after hour 14, everybody started like losing their minds and like
Mhm.
it's hard to sleep. Like last year we were going down to Florida. We straight shot it, and I remember sleeping on my friend Eli's feet. Like his feet were my pillow. It was just any way you can make it work,
No.
you made it. So I love the bus rides. We play what was that one? I forget what game it was. But I mean, it was just a lot of fun. There's certain times where it's a lot of fun, and then there's a lot of times where everybody's just sleeping. So it's just
Yeah. So how many are on the team? Like 60?
I think we got 45 or 50, I believe.
Okay. So between all those guys, has there ever been a time you felt isolated, even when you were surrounded like by your teammates and stuff?
I I don't think so. I mean, we ever since freshman year, the guys that I'm living with, we got really close. I mean, like every day spent together. There were many
Right.
nights I would sleep under my friend Colin's bed just because like I would just fall asleep in there. Like
Yeah.
I would just lay down on a beanbag and just fall asleep. And like we were so close knit. We go do everything together. Like if someone's got to go check the mail, it's like three of us go. Or if like somebody's going to get food, it's like four or five of us go. So I mean, we're very close knit. Even with the grade below us, they got a room right next to us.
Okay.
Like so, it's literally just one door over. They come in anytime. We leave it unlocked, and they leave their door unlocked. So if there's anybody not in here, I just walk right over and just chill with them.
So the sport obviously isn't easy. I think no matter what, that's D1, D2, D3, shouldn't credit how. I mean, obviously credits the comp level, but
Mhm.
how hard the sport is. Even as we've learned in this podcast, is just like, I mean, you up from like 5 a.m. to like 10 p.m. sometimes, and do it all over again and every day. Oh, how has that been like grinding when no one's watching?
Yeah.
Even though you're at like a D3 school that doesn't get the craziest amount of recognition, like and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially like we checked out Pitt's facility, so like Pitt baseball, and it is like a total reality shock. Like we got to make what we got happen. So we got two cages covered in zip ties because sometimes they break off,
Hmm.
and we ratchet strap them to each side of the gym. Like we don't have our own facility or anything like that. It's like we make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, we get good gear and all that, so it's like it's cool with that. But I mean, it's nowhere close to a D1 thing. But I mean, I think the guys are very like good about it. Like we have helmets, team bats. We get all the good stuff, newest stuff, but we make sure to keep it tip top condition. No throwing equipment, and it's a very good culture of like temperament. Like nobody gets too angry or anything like that. We try and keep it in the best condition we can, but I mean it's baseball at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
dirty stuff gets outdated. There's new bats every year, so we make it work.
Actually, I want to ask this. Look, a lot of baseball fights. Have y'all ever throw it out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, we had one. So we were actually down in Myrtle our freshman year.
Okay.
It was the first game we had in Myrtle,
Okay.
and it was our center fielder at the time. He said some stuff briefly, like walking up to the plate.
Huh.
He ended up getting a double, and then ended up
Okay.
scoring, and then gotten like a little like as he was coming into home, he got a little shovey with the catcher,
Huh?
and it was
The
like,
bench is cleared?
yes,
Shit. Okay.
yeah, it was crazy. So remember when I was telling you about freshman duties, like
Uh-huh.
helmets and whatnot? So the guy who carries the helmet bag grabs like the helmets, right? And I was on helmet duty, and I went to go grab his helmet. So I'm in the middle of it. Like I am damn near in the middle of it. And it was crazy. Because I'm a freshman, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know
Yeah.
what the
Well,
coach would do.
as a pitcher, has someone ever stormed the mound for you? Like going for you as a pitcher?
I don't think so. I'm
No?
trying to think. Um, we had one when we were hitting, like it was like 2 back-to-back hit by pitches, and like words were said, but it wasn't like anything like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Coach would kill us if we got mouthy.
What I mean, how is your coach? What is your culture there? Him as a coach brings to the table for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, so he's a newer coach. I mean, he was hired in, I believe, 2021, and so it's a little bit challenging when you have, guys that were recruited by the old coach.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's recruiting new guys. So
Right.
this is our first year of having like a fully recruited team
Mm-hmm.
under his belt, and he got some really good guys this season, and I'm actually really excited. We got a couple dudes that I think are really going to compete this year.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, no, culture. I mean, everybody's expected to show up on time.
Right.
No funny business outside of class and outside of practice. No nothing.
Y'all like if y'all show up to class, I mean, so if y'all show up late, like what happens?
25 lap club
Interesting. Around the baseball field.
around the baseball field. I believe it like calculates to like 5 or 6 miles. You run your 5 or 6 miles and you're done.
Yeah, type shit. I don't know about that. So we briefly talked about at the start, how if you do good, it's great. When you don't, it's not. So how is loving something that doesn't always love you back feel?
It's hard. I mean, I had a rough time last year. So this was when we were down in Florida. I had like the highest peak of like my pitching and the lowest one all within about 14 hours. So we went out against Bowdoin,
Mhm.
and I was going out to close the game
Okay.
and struck out the side. Like strikeout 1, strikeout 2, strikeout.
Dudes, damn.
Yeah. So then next day, they were ranked I think they were ranked 8th at the time. Then we went out against Calvin the next day. Dude before me threw an absolute gem. They wanted me to go out and close again. And I ended up walking 2 and getting pulled. Like it's like snap of the fingers. Like, dudes can have good days, dudes can have bad days.
Mhm.
After that, it was a slippery slope. It was a lot of ups and downs. And so at that time, I was really like uncertain. Like I was like, do I really like, is this really for me? Like
Mhm. Yeah, how does that like when you were down in the dumps? How how you deal with that?
I came to the self-realization that this is not what I'm going to be doing all my life.
Right.
And I need to focus on like things that will be of use for the rest of my life. So, I mean, I did a lot of like self-reflecting, a lot of time by myself. Now it's just come down to like either way, if like going into this season, either way, if it's good or bad, I'm just gonna keep the same vision. I
For
mean,
sure.
just be positive. Because it's a long season. It's like 45 games. It's crazy.
Y'all have 45-game seasons.
We get up there, especially like the championship tournament. That's another like 8 or 9. So that's what gets up to 40.
So y'all can have like around 50, 60 games per year. So y'all have like around 3 games per week, maybe more? Besides your double headers?
Yeah, so the double headers really ramp it up. When we got to the AMCC championship, that's when we had about 45. So normally about 38 games. So it's a long season, and I think everybody kind of keeps everybody's heads up.
Mhm.
Just because I mean, it's just
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I just want to get this point across. Academics come first, obviously,
Yeah.
and obviously it's more when you know you're not gonna be doing that for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
With those late nights where like, let's say you're going to like how long is your like when you go on road trips, like and you're away, like let's say you play a team Tuesday, then you play a team let's say Wednesday, right? So that means you'd be out of school for like damn near 2 or 3 days. So, when it comes to academics, how do you go about your like for you personally, like your school, like when it comes to your homeworks and as well as your you know, whatever you gotta do, like, how, because like a game can end at like 10 or 11. You gotta try and catch some shut eye, stuff like that. So when you have the time to like be you personally, like when it comes to academics, but as well as like, your what's it called up? Like your personal self as well, like for your friends, like, all
Yeah.
that stuff and your family.
So professors are very like good about letting kids like extend due dates for assignments because I mean,
Okay.
homeless are pretty much athletes, so that they kind of go into teaching, understanding that iPhone hotspots on buses. It's
Yo, that's real. I
crazy.
can't. I thought
One of my friends had to get a new phone. It was overheating so bad. He tried putting it in the freezer when we got back, and it was shot.
you're fucking lying.
I
What the
swear
fuck?
it was.
No way.
I mean, yeah, I'll live or die by it. I had to get a new phone because it was just getting outdated, and now the hotspot runs smooth as butter. So I'm excited for getting everything done on the bus. Because if you don't got a hotspot, if your phone dies, you're screwed.
Cooked, yeah. So I know y'all got like 2, 3 different like power banks just ready.
Mhm. Yeah,
Cook. It's
it's crazy.
yeah. So I'm okay. Let's go back to what we were talking about for a little bit. So how do you show up even when the motivation is gone? Because it's not like every day you wake up by 5 a.m. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm trying to go to class. Damn, I got to practice. So when that motivation kind of drains just a little low, how do you get yourself back up?
Yeah, I mean, as of recently, I've been very like blessed in a way. Like you just kind of like look at everything around you and you're like I really get to do this. Like this is a gift. Like there's so many people that like just can't. Like they physically can't, maybe, whether it's a disability or they can't do it. They're in a country where it's not a thing, you know. So it's just like having that feeling of being like blessed, I'd say. Um, because we get blessed with rooming, housing, I guess, and like food and like
Mm-hmm.
being able to be educated and playing the sport you grew up playing at a higher level.
What's
So
yourself?
yeah, I mean, I've just been kind of like surrounding myself with that kind of mentality. But before, no, it was so hard. I mean, you can look at it two ways. Is like, are you either gonna just dread it and let it drag you down, or are you gonna like just be happy that you're able to do it?
For sure. For sure. I think one thing I think that's very mature answer. Again, it's not like y'all are playing like, D1 whatever. It is all like you said, like getting yourself back out there and like
Mhm.
you gotta understand that some stuff comes with the perks of being D1 is not what the perks of being D3 is. But as long as you have a love of the game and it's just like, you know where y'all want to be in like 45 games with just winning that championship. That's all
Yeah,
that really, really matters.
yeah,
I want to tap into your heart a little bit, man. So okay, you're if you're okay with this, but you are in a relationship. You have a girlfriend.
I don't.
Don't.
It's so
I'm wilding.
yeah, no. So I can't release too much. I can release a word.
Okay.
So if they see this, they know.
Okay. 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 But you were in a long distance relationship, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to tap into that. So after like throughout your games, school, whatever, sometimes when you are like very like emotionally drained and when you are like just very overstimulated because that does happen. We are human. So how does being emotionally present when your time is limited? How do you operate with that? Try to be there for that person when your time is very limited into what you do every day.
Yeah, I mean, so at the time she was also in volleyball. So she was
Yes.
in fall season. We still have practices and whatnot throughout fall, and it gets hard. And I mean, I will admit her major was a little bit harder than mine.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was really draining on her end. I mean, for me, it was like after a long day, sometimes you just want to do is like lay down and just kind of do nothing. But
Yeah.
I mean, we found ways to, we'd watch like Netflix and whatnot, like pause it at the same time, start it at the same time. So it's like those little things that we, would figure out and kind of keep it refreshed.
What's up? What's up? So, did you ever feel any guilt from choosing the game from the people you love? That could be your girlfriend. That could be like your loved ones or anything.
Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna go to school pretty close to home, but my mom, she wanted me to go here. She loves Pittsburgh, and you know, she's my like rock, I'd say. Like I call her every day, and she helps me with like any advice I need, And she was like, "No, you need to go out. Like it's your first time without your parents.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy." But she was like,
It's just encourage you to go. That's crazy.
"Yeah, no, I mean,
Crazy. Wait,
it's like a 3-hour drive, so, I mean, it's not bad, she
for
could
sure.
drive over the weekend, but she didn't want me too close. She I mean, because I kinda wanted to stay close at first, but she kinda gave me the courage to venture out a little bit.
For sure. So, okay. So when things get tough, right? When things get tough, you always want someone to lean on. You always want someone to talk to. I know that different programs that might have team strengths or whatever. So when it comes to wanting support, do you know how to ask for it? Like sometimes, like I do feel like sometimes not just athletes, but people,
Mhm.
we don't know how to ask for help. And so what I'm trying to say here is like wanting support, but not knowing how to ask for it. Is that something that you think athletes struggle with, just in general, or how does it go with that?
As crazy as it sounds, I think I see it more in, like, men, honestly. Like, having I guess, like, this stereotype of, like, men
Mhm.
always have it figured out or, like,
Right.
for help, figure it out yourself. It's hard. I mean, I know I have a hard time, if I have a problem with something, like, sitting one of my friends down because 'cause we're always, like, goofing off, and it's like, sometimes it's like, it's hard to, really sit down and be serious for a second and be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
having a problem with this." And I know if it was, like, really bad, everybody kinda helps out, but I think it's something that should happen more often, to be honest. Because I mean, what would we be if we didn't take help from others? I mean, we wouldn't get very far.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what do you think? Actually, before we go into that, this last part I have for you. So based on that relationship,
Mhm.
do you like? If I can, and I want your honest answer on this. I want the answer of, I guess you could say, being an athlete and not being an athlete. We're gonna see it two ways. Do you think? Because I've had a lot of conversations about this. Do you think and truly believe that a long distance relationship can work? But I see personally, for me, the way I see it is, again, everyone sees this way, different way. I see it as like there's a lot of this way of thinking of like, if you want it to work, it will. If you truly wanted to, but it's like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
but there's so many more to that. There's so much more to a relationship than like, oh, if you want it to work, it would just work.
Yeah.
The type of person you are, your community, your communication is,
Mhm.
how you handle stuff. If you talk it out or you just kind of bottle it up, all of that. And again, your time management. Are you good at providing time for that person? All of that is just very like it's a lot. So I just, this coming from a civilian standpoint, not an athlete, but I just want to like know, what do you really think it could work?
Yeah, I think long distance is one of the hardest things people can do because
Right.
you gotta think there's so many things that, like, you need to have.
For a relationship to be upheld. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Like, you gotta think you're doing most of your communication through text. and through text you can't identify tone. You can't, know exactly what that person's doing.
Yes.
So you're always going to have that little thing in the back of your head telling you the worst things
Yeah.
ever. And I think I think it can work. I think it takes a very select person for it to work.
Thank you. So it is not for everyone.
It's no. And I also think that if two people are meant to be, it
It will be.
yes, exactly. Down the road, it can work. But that doesn't mean like if long distance doesn't work out with somebody, that doesn't mean they're not the one.
Right. It
Yeah.
just means it's just not the right time. And that's okay.
Exactly.
I think that's what some people have trouble understanding. I mean, like, bro, like I'm a
Yeah.
physical touch type of person. So for me, it's like, how can I be in a relationship if I'm not there to be in? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm crazy saying that. Like, how can I be in a relationship
Yeah.
if I'm not there to be in a relationship? Obviously, like you can take flights and all that, but it's like, bro, again, you gotta have to find the time for that. So it's like, I feel like it's a very selective few type of
Mhm.
people to
Yeah.
be able to do that. So, and it's even worse when you are an athlete because practice, school,
Yeah.
lift, practice, school, lift, games. It's, your timing just has to be, and the person has to be very understanding of your time as well.
Mhm.
And it's especially when y'all both of y'all are in sports, that's when it's chaos. Can't
Yeah.
lie. All right. Amen. That's all you got up there. You
Yeah.
feel me? But I love that. I love that. Okay. So what do you think some lessons baseball has taught you?
Okay. I think one of the biggest things is not to judge someone off their like athletic ability. Some of the nicest people I've ever met through the sport, like, don't see the field, but they're the most genuine humans. Like, there's not a singular thing that like defines them.
Mm,
There was a couple guys last year, they didn't see the field, but like those were the dudes that like they were close with everyone and they brought the most like culture to the team.
so
Um, and I think without culture, you
you don't
don't
got
have
you don't have everything. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Because that goes into the locker room as well. Success of baseball does the success of baseball what does the success of baseball mean now versus when you were like a young kid?
so I think when I was younger, everybody was immature when they were young. It was all about me, but now it's like more we, you know, like as long as we're winning games, I don't care if I'm playing, I'll serve my role. Whenever they want me to pitch, I'll pitch. Whenever they need me to do, I'll do. But I think like when you're young, you're like, all you want to do is play. You don't really care if you win or lose. You just want to play well yourself. But at this point now, it's just kind of just winning games. If they can win without me out there, that's great. They can win with me out there, that's great. So either way, I'm content.
So what's up? That so what's up? And it takes a very mature person to be like, if I don't play, that's okay. Because a lot of times that's what this NIL thing has gone. It's like, you know, there's the bread of it, like how much money you'll be getting, but also if you're going to play.
Yeah.
So I think that's where NIL has kind of like chipped of it a little bit. So who and how do you want to be remembered as beyond your sport?
Nice guy. Like a guy is like surrounded by like good, you know? I feel like there's a lot of like bad all over the place. I mean, we go through it all the time in class. Um, about, I'm taking an ethics class, a psychology class.
I am taking an ethics class right now
Yeah.
too. I was in that shit today.
Yeah, you like
So,
it?
some nice conversations, bro. Be
It's
real.
complicated stuff, but it's like as long as you can. For example, I just did a report on Shane Battier. He played basketball. He was on that NBA team with LeBron, D Wade,
Oh, Batty. Okay, I
Battier.
see what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Okay, I say no, I pronounce it another way, but okay.
Okay. Um, so he allegedly said that he only touched the ball 2% of the time.
Okay.
You gotta stay with me. This gets a little wicked. Oh, he only touched the ball 2% of the time, and all his other teammates touched the ball 98% of the time. But when that 98% of the time where all of his other teammates had the ball, he was doing things that created them better, right? And there was this like reporting on him where he was
Uh-huh.
the no stat all-star. So he didn't have like crazy stats or anything, right? But he made his teammates better, by being a like hard player, hard worker, good teammate. And there's this talked about it spotlight, right? Everybody wants to drive the cool cars. They want to have the most likes. They want to have the most reposts. But none of that stuff matters at the end of the day, right? As long as
Dude, when you die, shit, you die. You don't take care of
exactly,
that shit with you for. You
exactly.
feel me?
So as long as you're a happy person and you're living a life worth living and you're building up everybody around you, nothing else really matters. So that's the biggest thing.
That that's love. That's
Yeah.
love, man. Okay, so we got a segment today I do at every one of my shows.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be based on the topic we've talked about today, just kind of depends on that. So today the segment is called Life Check, not a Stat Check.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions and then you're gonna answer.
All right.
We're gonna see how it goes from there. So one thing you're proud or that has nothing to do with baseball.
One thing I'm proud that has nothing to do with baseball
That you're proud of.
that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say graduating RMA, being able to graduate RMA. No,
Not real shit.
no,
It's okay.
literally, because it's
Not real shit.
kind of a crazy thing. I'd say being able to so I was able to save enough money to buy a car in
What's
full,
up?
no payments. That was my craziest thing, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
go with that.
That's what's up. What kind of car is it?
2012 Volvo S60.
Okay. See you with that Volvo. Shit. Okay. What's one thing you're still figuring out?
I'd say like low key myself, low key. Like, I don't know. I've been working on it a lot this year, like start of this year, is like just being like as healthy as I can. I guess I kind of just like had it lacking, like these first 2 years, just kind of like being like going to like parties and whatnot. Not so much last year, but it was just like everything I'm just kind of like tightening up on. Like health, vitamins, always take your vitamins, eating well, like only water. Pre-workout was a big problem. Taking out all that like bad stuff and just kind of like cleaning everything. I'd say that's the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out right now.
Okay. One habit that you're trying to break.
Probably I'd say probably 2K. I play that way too much. I mean, I'm obsessing over it, but like it's crazy. I mean, I'm probably about to hop on after this. Like it's crazy.
That's what's up. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Another thing, I mean, I'm working on it, but Zens.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm in the final stages of quitting that. Yeah, final stages.
I have a friend that could learn from you. He knows who he is. When he sees his clip, he'll know.
Yeah.
So one truth you've never shared out loud.
Sheesh. Low key. All right. My roommate had a bag of cookies
Okay.
and I low key like ate the fuck out of them.
He about to fuck your ass up for. He about to
Yeah.
fuck your ass. And you lied to him?
No, I just haven't told him. There were so many in there. I was like, there's no way he's like counting them every day. So I was
That's
like,
what's up. Okay. All right. Thank you for being on the show, bro. It
yeah,
really
of
was
course.
a good one.
It was a
I did love what we talked about today.
yeah,
Again, guys, this is Nathan Kidwell. First game on February 14th. I'll make
yeah.
sure to check that out. Y'all make sure to check that out as well.
Waynesburg.
It's only up from here, man. God bless. Thank you for coming on today. And it's all
Thank you.
love, man. All of
Yeah.
our socials will be in the description down below for everything. Yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you.